It's an easy skip or a must-have? Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're gonna go through Psylocke and the new summertime seasonal event and actually uniform that it's for Psylocke. It's a paywall uniform. You need to pay $200 no, $20, and after you pay the $20 you can wait for 6 days, 6 more days from now for the login event and take the 10 tokens from there and buy the uniform, or you can go right now, spend 30 and get the uniform right now. It's a seasonal uniform, and that means that this uniform is gonna be available from now and for 14 days, and after is gonna be available 1 year from now. Same thing for all the other summer uniforms that there are in the shop, and the most important there is Luna, Storm as DPS that I already made a video in my channel a couple of days ago. You can go and check them, how important the characters are. And also for the supports is Mysterio and Yondu, the two that worth it, but these are only for crystals. So I did this small intro, you know, so you can know for what are you talking about here. The character itself used to be bad until she took this uniform at the tier 4. Before she hadn't seen an update for a really long time, and there is a uniform that you can utilize and it's free to play as tier 4. I did tier 4 this character day 1. It's one time, I never did that in the past. I always waiting for the reviews, and I'm here to tell you if I regret doing it during my live stream or I actually enjoy her already. I test her with her old uniform as tier 4. The tests I have done during the live streams was with a proccing obelisk, but mainly we're talking about mighty raids. I do believe that this is gonna give you the max value for 2 days of ABL and also provide you some good damage for other content that we're gonna discuss here with you. I'm gonna compare the damage I'm doing with Rogue, with her. I'm gonna test her with the old uniform for ABL. Because the unique thing that this character has is that she is a female mutant character and hero, and there is only really specific characters able to have this tag. That's what makes her unique and makes her like Storm, who can participate in all 2 days of mutant heroes for ABL. So it's gonna improve your score generally for ABL, and I want to show you how better it looks like compared to my performance with the builds I have right now. Of course, you can go and check my account and my builds, my IGN Deathproof HS, as you can see here. So I'm not gonna spend time during showcasing the characters. So as I told you, ABL, some old boss legend, GBR, we're gonna see how fast she's farming, because the character she could replace is Rogue, which is the #1 farmer, and she's also seasonal uniform paywall for Christmas. Yes, Netmarble wants to milk us for these specific requirements, but yes, it is what it is, guys. So if you wanna see that, stay and watch all the video. But before you do that, I want you to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and let me know down below in the comments if this uniform it's a smash or pass for you, and if you have already taken, you know, Luna and you're planning your hair. What's your plans generally on this 15 days of summer season event uniforms? So let's start from the easy things, which is, let's say, the rotation. The rotation for the character, it's pretty much awaken skill. I've seen you start with awaken skill. I've seen people delaying cancel awaken skill or instant cancel awaken skill. In my testing, doing one or other doesn't really matter, doesn't really improve my score a lot. So I instant cancel awaken skill. After you instant cancel awaken skill, you're going through your third skill, delay cancel half a second, and for the fourth skill you have to delay cancel like 1 second and a bit more. So I would suggest you to see when your fifth skill is on like 2 seconds cooldown and start your third skill, go into your fourth skill, and delay cancel into your fifth skill. You wanna proc on your fifth skill with whatever you're gonna use. Judgment feels to be the best for World Boss Legend, and Rage feels to be the best for ABL. Of course, that's the case most of the times for elemental type characters like this, and characters that they are not proc friendly. And she's not proc friendly because you indeed need to wait on the fourth skill, or else you're losing some water things that drops here and there, whirlings or whatever they called. And after you do that, you know, 3 delay cancel, 4 delay cancel, 5, you let your 5 skill play, and after I do 1 cancel 2. The second skill is a V-pad. You're actually, you know, doing surf into the stage, and feels really similar to Luna Snow's second skill. But this one returns you back in the start of the skill when you're doing it. Let's say you start here, you do the skill, and in the end of the skill, the surf comes back. It's like a boomerang. Whenever you are going through with your character, the character is gonna return back. With Luna, it's not the same. If you start to get a direction with the second skill of Luna, the character continues in a straight line and is not returning back. With her, returns back, and it's actually helpful to do more damage for ABL, but it's not that helpful to avoid getting damage for World Boss Legend. So I'm gonna show you both. Let's start with ABL, you know, which is the most place people are going to pick her up. And yes, about her uniform, guys, yeah, she's hot, I know, but she feels cheap in the same time. In my book, you know, Psylocke has way better looks, and yeah, she's hot for sure. She's hot. Reminds me Jessica Jones, by the way, but yes, she looks nice. So let's start from ABL. The build I have right now, let's go fast forward through it. It's this Mighty Rage, not the perfect 3-star artifact. The artifact was already in the game. It's not like I just picked it up. I have a couple of Odin's Blessing. I have left 2 empty to get you know, the mind damage. My energy attack, it's 98,000, and she is not getting affected from any team collection. The one that have some mutants does not include her, so it's not like I'm getting any extra stats. It's the stats you're seeing here. And let's start from ABL. So for ABL, you know, you wanna prioritize on spamming first and second skill, you know, and don't skip them, because you wanna charge as many as times your tier 4 skill. Your tier 4 skill, I didn't mention it, but it's looking like Luna's. You start with a buff like 100%, and as the times pass, the damage you're having starts from 10 seconds, 8 seconds actually if you have a Justice Instinct character like I have here, Ghost Rider. But Ghost Rider is the best character to use for ABL generally speaking, so you want to prioritizing on this character. You want to spam your Awaken skill as soon as you have your Awaken skill. You don't want to delay it, because or else, you know, if you do delay on any aspect of the run, you're gonna end up not having in the end on the Odin's Might phase. I figured out myself during the live stream that I was doing bad. People on the chat told me, Bob Sarge also, it was on the live stream, and it was telling me about that. But yes, you can figure out here. What's my plan here? Every single rotation I'm having an extra tier 4 skill, so I'm using my tier 4 skill in the start of the rotation to have increased damage inside my 5th skill proc, and after I go through all my skills. So sometimes I'm saving my tier 4 skill. If I have my Awaken skill, I'm trying to have also my tier 4 skill, because with that way, you can see here, I'm having the maximum damage between in the timing of the tier 4 skill. As you can see here, the rotation, it's pretty straightforward. It's not like you need to delay any rotation or do anything weird. I'm starting every time, you know, the rotation when the boss jumps. If there are some ads, you can go and start your rotation earlier and get the damage of the 5th skill when the letters popped. With this way, you're gonna end up having more rotations during your fight with your 5th skill, and this helps you improve your score a lot. One thing I was doing, you can see there, I was going with the surf, I was going with the surfing skill, the 2nd skill, to pick up the orb. It's an excellent tactic that I suggested you to do that with old uniform Thor, also with your Luna, you know, because your 2nd skill provides you this extra speed. You can go with your 2nd skill faster into the orbs and pick them up. So here, as you can see, I end up having my awaken skill 15 seconds before the end of the fight, which is really cool. And as you can see, I have my Odin Force here until, yeah, I could delay picking up the Odin Force actually for like 3 to 4 seconds. It's not the best run I would do. It was like first day having the character, and I was trying to figure out how to play. 12.2 for this specific day, it's like one of my best scores I've ever have, and I was doing it with Rogue. The build I have with Rogue was giving me from 11.7 to 12.2, but yes, I have this build on Rogue. Let me show you pretty fast forward. The build looks like that. You can see the physical attack, it's 86,000 compared to 98,000 of Psylocke, but that has to do with my cards and everyone cards actually. Everyone should have more energy attack because of Luna Snow card compared to physical attack. So in my account it's the same thing. With my Rogue I have full Odin's Blessing, and I also have 4-star artifact, and also have a Mighty Rage with 200 proc. So compared to my Psylocke, I have better build, but in the same time, day 1 of gameplay, my gameplay, and I was able to do my best run of Rogue for this day. But let me show you what I was able to pull out with my Storm on the previous video I record. This is on my video that I told you before about Storm. With a Mighty Rage I was able to do 9 million, I could hit 10 million. But yes, it's the paywall uniform of Storm here in this video. It's couple of days ago. Yeah, there's no date here, but it's like 2 days ago. You can find it, and it's 9 million. Same thing for the old uniform of Psylocke. This is the record I did my live stream 1 day ago, and here is, you can see the old uniform hitting 7.5. I would go maximum like 8, I guess. But if you don't have any character, you know, you can get your idea and do tier 4 Psylocke, use her with her old uniform if you wanna get some extra rewards from the rewards you're getting right now, because at the moment the alternatives are like really disgusting. Polaris and stuff like that, you know, tier 3 characters, and yeah, it doesn't feel cool. So yeah, Psylocke gives you the opportunity to use her also with her old uniform. And another thing is that this here record, it's with Storm, the day that you can use Storm, and the score below today's best score, it's 12 million. It's one score I have done with my Cable. I am able to hit 13 million with my Cable if I play really good, but the point here is that we're talking about Psylocke doing the average score I'm doing right now with my Rogue and my Cable. So 2 characters is getting replaced from Psylocke for my account, because to be honest, if I do that day 1 12.2, I don't care, you know, it's really cool. I can pick up the rewards from Cable day. I was able to do that already with my Cable, but you can save materials and do not have to tier for 2 characters, you know, one for the female day and one for the male day, if you can get the 12 million reward. Of course, min max in my mind and everyone's mind right now, if you go and watch other videos, you know, looks like Cable is still the #1 for this one day, but Cable and Psylocke, or in the very maxed account, can actually hit the cap 15 million. Rogue from the other side perhaps there are only like 1 or 2 accounts that can hit the cap with Rogue. Rogue was kind of hard to hit the cap for ABL, so yeah, Psylocke's providing you for 2 days compared to 1. And let's go and see what else he's able to pull out. By the way, if you already have Rogue and if you already have Cable like I have, I'm not suggesting you to buy the uniform and replace them, because the difference between my Rogue and my Cable compared to Psylocke, even if it's early day, you know, 1 or 2 days from the release of the tier 4, doesn't feel like worth 20 euros to go and spend if you have a budget, you know. I mean, yes, if you are at the top and you want to compete for the best score of ABL and ABX in the world or something, Psylocke could push a bit your score. But yeah, if you don't care that much, Cable and Rogue already do the job pretty nice. Let's go into the World Boss Legend I was able to clear with my Psylocke. And yes, I did a really good record there. This is not that impressive if you think that I complete this stage. It's stage 99 of Gore, and I complete this stage with my Jean Grey having the old uniform, the Blast uniform, and I have dropped a video actually a couple of weeks ago. Now I remember that it's some World Boss Legend clears I have done, and stage 99 of Gore was there. Because I just completed, and by the time I didn't have Storm tier 4 and I didn't have Psylocke tier 4, so the only character that I would use as a tier 4 was Jean Blast, and I was able to clear it with like 50 seconds left or something, 1 minute left, something similar to that. Here I'm using Psylocke with Storm as a support and Jean, just because the system of the game works really weird on ranking on World Boss Legend. So with that way, using your highest ranking characters provides you extra ranking on the World Boss Legend rankings. So you gotta figure out why I did that. After in the video, I'm gonna show you my rank right now for Gore. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but it's really high rank actually. And that's why I'm using, for this stage here, I'm not using a leadership, I'm not using 2 supports, I'm just using the characters that I have the maximum rankings, and they are tier 4s, Jean Grey, Storm, and Psylocke. And the restrictions for this day, also for this stage 99 of Gore, it's using mutant female blast, if I remember where. So it's really specific stage. So you need to consider that Psylocke has really specific stages that she could participate there. And it, you know, it's really nice building a character for not just ABL, having other aspect, and other aspect in the game. It's of course World Boss Legend, something I really enjoy. But yes, for my World Boss Legend progress, I couldn't say that she adds something unique. I just polished my already runs I had. And another World Boss Legend that I believe she could help a lot of people completing, it's stage 59 Kang, that it's the stage that I actually progress right now with Storm. And yes, having Psylocke there, yeah, you can see I was kind of struggling. This is during while I was working. I did this record while I was working, and the only reason to do that run, it's not like I couldn't do it before, but just to increase my ranking on the World Boss Legend. So I'm gonna show you. You can see it's not even the boss of the day. I'm not suggesting you actually do that, but look at how disgusting this looks like. Cause of this run using 3 tier 4s, look how I am right now. Rank 4, and yes, you can see like rank 2, it's MPKB, you know, top players of the game, and they have 12.3 there. So if I increase a bit, I slap some of this blessing on my Psylocke or Storm, I could bypass them. But yes, this ranking means nothing right now in the game. It's just a thing to flex, and I did it just to show you how she's performing for Gore 99. Let's go for Kang, and for Kang I don't have that good news. You need to consider that its Mighty Rage and Mighty Judgment for World Boss Legend could be way better. So in this run I used Polaris. I could use Ancient One, it's actually a better support, and I just saw the run I had done with Storm and using Ancient One, and I just forget to use him in this case. You can see the bars are moving really fast, but in the same time not crazy fast, and that has to do with Mighty Rage a lot, because Mighty Rage is not performing way so cool, you know, for World Boss Legend. But you can see doing 10 bars on the first 30 seconds means like if I keep doing the same burst, if I keep doing the same rotation, not losing anything, you can see there are like 4 to 5 bars worth of damage. And for stage 59 of Kang, this is a lot for a Mighty Rage specifically. So the Mighty Judgment here could do a huge difference, of course, and I have to show you the run I did on my video with my Storm on this specific stage 59 using my Ancient One and also using my a Mighty Judgment. Here the run, it's long, you know, it's close to 5 minutes, because the worst part on this fight, it's like the end. I wasn't able to clear. As you can see, there are like 25 seconds left. I tried like multiple times, like 5, 6 or 7 times to clear it with the Mighty Rage. I would do that, to be honest, if I was playing like 10 more times, but feels really hard for me, and I didn't want to push myself way more than the amount of push I had done. You can see here I wasn't that consistent. I get stunned, I get some shit in my face, but yes, I had like 5 bars left to do the run. I kind of failed, to be honest, but yes, it's like really good showcase for understanding her damage. If she's able to do that with a Mighty Rage, Mighty Judgment would be way better. And this is how it looks like with my Storm. I did it with 43 seconds left, stage 59, using similar team, but instead of Polaris I was using my Ancient One, but it's a Mighty Judgment. You can see the run on the video I told you about Storm. A really good surprise for me was her GBR performance. Here I was playing with 2 random dudes, both of them had Ghost Rider, but you can understand how much damage Psylocke can pull out, because yeah, I went through these 2 dudes. Ghost Rider is one of the best characters to use actually for GBR. Ghost Rider, Jean Grey are like the best, and you can see my Psylocke competing with the Ghost Riders and actually dropping huge amount of damage really fast. I have used only 1 awaken skill, as you can see, and still the boss is getting dismantled. Look at this. If only I had skipped also this phase, I would already clear it. Because I lost some damage, my awaken went into the sealed phase of boss, so this would be way faster. And you can see how much amount of damage did my Psylocke. If you consider that like 1 billion it's the maximum, I think it's 1 billion or something. No, yeah, it's 1 billion damage is the maximum, and I did 800 millions out of it into 56 seconds. So she's really fast for GBR, to be honest, really fast. You need to consider that this day of GBR I had an advantage blast against combat, but still how fast she's clearing, it's really impressive. The last thing I want to see myself if she's able to do and replace in a way Rogue is Rifts. Rogue is like the best character for Rifts, and I'm using her on my team for Rifts, and the team looks like that. Let me open one just for the showcase. I'm using normal. I suggest you to use only mythic, and the team I'm using, it's this one. I'm using Rogue with my Ghost Rider or Thor, but for this showcase I'm gonna use Thor here. I'm gonna use this specific team because I feel like it's the best team, Fury and Coulson, because Coulson provides the guaranteed critical rate missing from Rogue and Psylocke. So let's start with Rogue, and I already saw you my build on here, and I'm using a Mighty Raids, a 200 Mighty Raids compared to 180 Mighty Raids for Psylocke. I don't have any of, I don't have any insight either on Coulson or Nick Fury. Another alternative to use here is Dazzler. Dazzler is really strong as a support, providing ignore defense and providing you damage against boss types. Because it's only boss types, I was feeling like she's going to be worse than Coulson or something like this. But Dazzler's ignore dodge helps way more than you think. And for some reason on farming and Null Boss Legend, ignore dodge is really important. As you can see here, it took me 32 seconds to clear the stage of one rift. 32 seconds. And let's swap into Psylocke and see what she's able to pull out. I'm using exactly the same team, exactly the same striker. I swapped into Thor. Both of the characters are order, and you can take maximum of your tier 4 skill while using order characters. But also Ghost Rider is a good alternative specifically for rifts and ABL. Okay, Ghost Rider is for a lot of reasons one of the best. But yes, you can see here my Psylocke actually doing really nice work. It's the first time I'm testing here. I haven't touched here for rifts myself, until now. It's the first time I'm seeing that. And before I do the test, I was feeling like the same thing I was feeling about ABL, Awakened characters can't be better than tier 3 characters, because awakened characters can do one maximum, awakened skill during this period of time of Rift compared to tier 3 that can charge their tier 3 faster. And I was right, she is way worse than Rogue. Of course, perhaps the AI rotation was different, or perhaps she has value and I can't see it right now, but feels way slower than Rogue. If you consider that I did 32 with Rogue first try and with her 44, yeah, she's not a farmer, bro. After all, Psylocke, it's a really classic Netmarble devs move, they dropped a character that it's actually a bit better than Rogue and in the same level of Cable. That does not going to improve a lot of your score, but in the same time, in the price of one character, tier 4 build, if you evaluate more the tier 4 materials compared to real money, you can go there and say, you know what, I'm gonna buy Psylocke, I'm gonna skip Rogue, I'm not gonna buy her uniform into the Christmas, and yeah, Psylocke gonna deliver me Cable's performance, and I don't need to build either Rogue tier 4 or Cable tier 4, having Psylocke doing both. Yeah, that's something you could go for. But if you have Rogue already, if you have already Cable, the value of the investment is going to drop. And if you have both of the characters tier 4, but you're struggling for a bit score, like me, in my situation, this is a win, because I'm gonna get consistent the tier 4 materials every single time I had to play with Rogue over and over. With Psylocke, I'm gonna get it easier. Here tags, that's for ABL. So it's a skip if you are really good, if you have already good Rogue character and gameplay, and Cable also. But in the same time, if you are a new player and you want to invest in the game and you don't have either of these tier 4 characters, this is a huge improvement. If you are well like me, this is gonna add some tier 4 materials to your weekly routine. If you were already hitting the cap, yeah, I'm not seeing the value. Of course, there is value on her tags also, and as I already told you, she is being used as blast female hero, but also for the agility tag, she's gonna be one of the easiest to go and use for the World Boss Legend, having the agility tag from the others. Overall, I feel like there is a bad thing about having only mutant female paywall characters and on all these seasons and stuff like that, But from the other side, Psylocke gonna help a lot of people fast forward their progress to catch up with whales, if you have to skip 2 tier 4s and get one, I'm seeing the value there. I'm seeing developers gonna put, you know, hunt into our pockets and into our wallets, but yeah, it is what it is. It's MFF that has been in the game really long time, from Deadpool female uniform that Christmas back there, and after that we're getting these paywalls back to back to back to back. Others skippable, like this one, it's a skippable, and others, you know, must have. I can't recall right now. Oh, Luna Snow. Let's say Luna Snow, it's a must have. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I covered everything. If you have anything to ask, hit me down below in the comments. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. See you into the next kisses in your faces.